everyone. It's Morphin Mania time. I'm Captain Logan, and there's DJ Martinez and Brandon Grimm.
Hello.
Yeah, I got close. I think I've about got that now. I just wish I had the right Morpher.
Yeah, we got to get you one before we finish this season.
That'd be cool. I would love to collect Morphers through this, but I don't want to pay $40-50 for a 20-year-old toy, which is very often what they end up being. And it would be cool if we got Lightning Collection Morphers for a lot of stuff eventually, but I would think Turbo would be one of the last things you would even think to do.
Ooh, I got a Turbo Morpher right here on eBay, 1997. Buy it now for $139.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that stuff is always rare and hard to get and collectible, and yeah. Well, I don't even know how rare it is. It always feels like it gets inflated and people pay it. I don't know how the prices get as high as they do. There can't be that few of those running around.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Do they show up for sale?
Because and they're always expensive, and the legacy stuff is that way too. And that's stuff that was made not that long ago. Anyway, it's very strange. Different markets get really different with collectability and like how much stuff is worth, and I can never really predict it. It's difficult to understand why exactly certain things get as expensive as they do. But anyway, so right now, guys, we're going to watch Honey, I Shrunk the Rangers. It's a two-parter, so we're going to get straight into it. And we're getting really close to the end of the first half of Turbo, and it's going to turn into something of a different show here in a little bit when we bring in the new Rangers, and the only person we're going to keep around is Justin. So we have this two-parter, and then immediately that happens. So, the very next episode, we'll be looking at that stuff and getting into TJ and all that. So here we go, everybody. Make sure you're watching episode 16 of Power Rangers Turbo. Get to timestamp 0 and get ready to press play when I say now. Here we go, everybody. Please press play right now. Dun, dun,
Cool.
dun, dun, dun. No, it went the other way. It did the dun, 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 dun.
Oh, I need some push brooms.
Oh, it's been a while since we've done like a recycling episode, so
559 EORS says this one is bat crap crazy.
He just said, "Welcome to the mayor of Angel Grove."
There she is,
that makes
with her
sense.
blue blazer. Blue blazer.
Does it make sense that they would welcome their own mayor? Is that what you're saying?
No, welcome to the mayor of Angel Grove.
Yeah.
A welcome to the mayor, or welcome to the mayor?
I don't know what you're talking about right now.
Didn't make sense.
Cap gives you 2 chances to explain yourself, and then he moves on.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Well, I don't know what we're talking about.
So.
Is it just a thing somebody said? Like, I don't know what we're talking about. I wasn't looking.
Yeah,
at the screen.
something somebody said.
I'm trying to read comments and stuff too. Stussy, I think it's because the original Saban era toys were played with a lot and discarded, so there's a lot less of them around now, similar to the original Star Wars toys. And Ninja Turtles had that to some degree too, but they don't tend to get as expensive, at least the more common stuff, as some of the Power Ranger stuff does. And they were both mass-produced really hard, so I don't know. But you're right, maybe it has to do with how many things are still left intact and look good. But then, the legacy stuff's not like that. That was made for adults. Like, 3 years ago, DJ, I could have gotten one of the legacy communicators for like $50, and now they're 80 to 100, and the Gold Ranger ones are like $350, $400 if you ever get your hands on one. It's insane.
You got to start scalping those, man.
I'm not gonna go after one of those. There's an Etsy store that has just as good looking ones that don't make noise, and I'd rather have one that doesn't make noise because I'm not gonna accidentally set it off.
Why is he looking after the chimps? Like, I remember when they turned into chimps.
Great question.
Yeah, because he doesn't know that they're Bulk and Skull. He just found them.
And as we keep saying,
you just find chimps and you go, I'm gonna look after these dudes.
Like, he should have turned them into animal control
exactly.
Yeah.
You didn't know if they were rabid.
That's a good point too. And as we know, he's not been looking for Bulk and Skull either.
Yeah, that was my other question earlier.
They're missing, and no one cares.
And nobody cares. Yeah, they just aren't around anymore.
Yeah, and chimps are not like pets. Like, chimps will eat your face off. Like, you shouldn't. If you know nothing about it, you shouldn't just be keeping chimps.
Stussy says, I never see retro Power Ranger toys in any of the vintage toy stores I've been to. Yeah, but the older stuff gets, the less you're likely to see it, because collectors tend to buy up everything. So, like, and 10 years ago, it was still kind of expensive. Maybe not quite as bad as it is now. But when you talk about, places like Vintage Stock and stuff like that, even 10 years ago, there's a lot of, like, cartridge video games that I used to see all the time that I don't anymore. So some of that is just the era, I think. And also, I've bought a lot of my vintage Power Ranger stuff at stores like that. I've just gotten lucky that they popped up when I've been in there. So you're right, but I still don't know how much that has to do with the value. Oh, thanks for popping in, Mutali. Good to see you, buddy.
Oh, cool. Mutali's here.
He just popped in to say hi.
Yeah. He doesn't care about Power Rangers.
So he may not be here anymore, DJ.
Here you go, Adam.
So, are we gonna watch?
I love the
anybody,
subtitles. Karate yell.
Yeah, we can't.
Can't do it in front of
people. We can't morph in front of anybody. What were you gonna say, Brandon?
I was gonna say, are we gonna see him morph in front of people? Then I was like, no, we can't. That's
It
not
would be
gonna happen.
really cool to do that plot point, right? We're like,
Yeah.
we're forced to. Like,
Yeah.
I would love, and of course that would change the status quo and everything, and
Right.
you can't do that. But I would love to see that moral dilemma of like, if we morph, these people will see us, but if we don't, we can't save them. So what rule trumps the other one?
Right.
In the three rules, it becomes almost like a laws of robotics question.
That's what I was thinking right before you said that. Yeah. But also, you gotta wonder. You all of a sudden see these guys like bust out their martial arts moves, and the Power Rangers are nowhere to be found, and you've never seen them and the Power Rangers in the same room together.
DJ, are you okay if I do this breakdown again? Because, of course, we've talked about this. But, so there's that. There's the fact that they wear the same colors of whatever
Yes.
they are.
Uh-huh.
There's the fact that they're always in the juice bar doing martial arts and they're off time. Like, that's the thing. It's
So
the
it's
fact
that
that
everybody should
there's-
know that Bruce
it's
Wayne
a
is
group,
Batman type thing.
This is worse, though. It's like there's a group of the same number that there are of Power Rangers that hang out in the same town that are always together. I mean, we can do this all day long. You can go on and on and on. They have these weird communicator things that chirp all the time
Yeah.
that no one else has, and all 5 of them have them for some reason.
So if I just walked around with something that... So let's get some things that just chirp, do some random noise, and walk around together and see what people say.
Well, they would just assume these days it was like our cell phones going off or something.
maybe.
But
Yeah, well,
back in
okay.
the
Can't
90s,
do
it was
that
like,
now.
oh my god, you have a thing that you can talk into?
Yeah, we really do live in the future.
Yeah. I mean, do you remember you were Star Trek 4? You have a pocket pager. You remember that? And then Kirk's at the pizza place
Breaking
starts talking
Bad
into his
episode.
communicator.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was that, DJ?
Nothing. It was a Breaking Bad episode.
Oh, the fly.
He was like
How
going
did the
nuts trying to get
mess
this fly.
him up? Oh my god.
I don't know.
Now they're in the mud.
So we should be making a list. I feel like you guys need to make a list of all the places that our submarine periscope pops up out of.
There's no reason to do that. I don't think
would've
with
been
things that's like a formula that happens every episode. Like, because this show, that's how she sees stuff. Like,
And I understand that, but like all the different things they come up with, it might just
okay.
be fun to see a list of.
well, yeah, I see what you're saying. I thought you meant just like making a number of them.
It's
Yeah.
how-
Oh no,
so,
no.
yeah.
Like list
my
it down.
goodness.
Like what's the most absurd?
Honestly, there's obsessed enough Power Ranger fans. I'm sure that list exists.
probably.
No, that's actually a fun idea.
Dude!
Oh dear.
That one's pretty freaky
What
deaky.
was that? Oh my.
Not to be confused
it was
with-
the fly.
Freaky Tiki.
Freaky Tiki.
Oh, I can't wait till we get to Freaky Tiki. We've still got like 3 years, don't we?
No, it's Lost Galaxy. Yeah.
So
Almost.
Yeah, almost 3 years. Yeah,
Jim. Oh my god. The sign said Jim and Juice.
you gotta come back for Freaky Tiki, man.
You probably. Well, I don't know. You may get that reference. Jim and Juice, like gin and juice.
Yeah, I get it.
That was great.
Hilarious. I mean, it just seems like a coincidence.
What
to
is
me.
Catherine's hair this weekend? What is
Oh, I
Catherine's
think
hair
there's
doing?
every reason that they said it that way. So
Okay, that is the only thing I've ever laughed at one of the monkeys for. When Bolt goes, I'm really tired of playing chess.
Do you buy that they knew how to play chess?
No, not
though?
at all. That's why it's funny.
Yeah,
And jokes are always funny when you explain them.
Well,
but the idea that like, there's no way he knows how to play chess. If he does, there's no way he's good at it. And then monkeys playing chess and nobody notices. Just everything about that is actually kind of funny to me.
That's what they should
Stephen
be called when
Murphy,
they turn
now
back.
he's just RoboCop in RoboCop 2. That's spectacular.
He still doesn't get it.
Lewis Cox, no cap, one more season yet to get to Lost Galaxy. No, two, because we're halfway through Turbo, then we get to space, then we get to Lost Galaxy, and I'm pretty sure that the Freaky Tiki thing is like midway through Lost Galaxy, so it'd be two. I think one of the mistakes, DJ, that Diva Talks makes is that she makes her monsters have to do something more than just whatever their monster power is. Like, they just should show up and just have whatever their gimmick is, but instead they have to be able to control a detonator.
She's asking too much of the freelancer she's hiring, really.
What's she paying them anyway? Clearly too much or not enough. I'm not sure which.
Oh my goodness.
No, the monster industry is completely in shambles. They have no choice. They need any job they can get.
I like that idea that like Finster comes out of the business and now it's just a bunch of like second tier guys. But I feel like the monsters lately have been better than his monsters, so I don't know.
Yeah, the monsters are terrifying.
What did I tell you two about driving? As if the chimps have stolen the car before.
They probably have. That's
Probably
happened.
have, but
Most
did you
likely.
see the wigs from the back of the people driving the car? They looked really bad. They didn't look like the chimps at all.
Where is it? Oh, there it is. Trash hunting tunes.
Oh god.
Oh, now we're supposed to be afraid for the chimps. I mean, I realize it's Bulk and Skull, but come on, Jerome.
Come on, Jerome. Oh, I was
Oh,
about
no.
to say the same thing.
Yes.
So
I
this
believe you've
couldn't
forgotten that
happen
we have
these
the
days.
same brain. Sorry.
This is like the scene from Spider-Man 3 where he has to buy the guy's camera, or the little kid's camera.
$100.
Yeah, but,
Highway robbery. Is that exactly what he says?
Yeah. And then she said, and then she got $50 for
oh
that.
my goodness.
Got it.
And of course, that was way more embarrassing for Jerome than it was for J. Jonah Jameson because he's just taking pictures with a little kid camera. And I want to see J. Jonah Jameson on a little pink bicycle, though. That'd be fantastic.
You're gonna have to desert her in the middle of the road.
Stussy says when we see Hell in Lightspeed Rescue, we can see some of the monsters from previous seasons there. Wait, whoa. That happens?
Interesting.
We
I know
go
that-
to
I know
Power
Lightspeed
Ranger
Rescue-
Monster Hell?
Oh jeez.
Well, the monsters in Lightspeed Rescue are demons.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, are they? Okay, so I don't know anything about Lightspeed Rescue. Okay, so here's what's funny about that. That means that canonically, DJ, we have to assume that those are not the same monsters that we saw before, that they just look exactly like them because they're reusing costumes, because that's after the Zordon wave, so there's no way that they're the same ones.
Man, hit him with the nursery rhyme wave.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
This is RoboCop 2.
What are we looking at here?
So that's Demetrium,
Okay.
and she took
We need
over
to
for
save that clip.
Zoran
Okay.
to get put in a tube, even though I don't know why she needs to be in a tube. Sorry, what, DJ?
We need to save that clip of him losing his mind and smashing his head on the wall for like a visual representation of what we're going through here later on.
We really should just post a video of that and be like, Cap and DJ watching Power Rangers Turbo. Or whenever we get into like a truly terrible season. Because
Yeah, it's like, hey, we're starting. No, that's what I'll put on the social media. Cap and DJ starting Neo Saban.
seriously. Or it's possible when we get a little bit into RPM, or not RPM. RPM's good. When we get into what is the one that everybody hates? Oh, Overdrive. We could find ourselves feeling this way with Overdrive.
Nah, I have so much nostalgia for that season.
And I've never seen it, so
But
I
you
don't know.
might. That's the only.
Stephen Murphy, bad language makes for bad feelings, which feels like a Power Rangers line. That's true. I don't know what you're responding to there, but did somebody say a bad word? I'm not sure what we're talking about.
Might be quoting something. Whoa!
I cannot believe how RoboCop 2 this is. And this is not any sillier than RoboCop 2 either, by the way. It's about like this.
Does a fly get into his helmet and contaminate him?
No,
Oh
I mean,
my,
he
those
freaks out for
suits
different
look so
reasons,
bad.
but... What looks so bad?
The suits, when they came around the corner, the chimp suits that the driver was
Oh,
wearing.
I missed it. Was it insane?
You could just barely see it, but yeah, it looks so bad.
So they have a stunt
Looks
double?
like a gorilla costume. Yeah, whoever that is driving doesn't look like the backside of a chimp at all.
I hope we get a really good close-up shot of it. Yeah,
Oh,
HB Haga, thank you for not smoking. Oh, that's right. See, I'm sorry, Steven. I forgot that was in RoboCop 2. That's why you were quoting that. Well, now I feel dumb. Well, what is happening to the footage? Did you guys see that? It started rolling on the top.
Oh, did it? I missed that.
Yeah. A little shoe on
Telling
a
robot
topic.
to calm down is
There it is.
pretty useless.
Whatever that is.
Wow. Yeah, Brandon, that's nuts because whoever's driving that car is like a foot taller.
I know, exactly. It's just like it's sticking out over the seat, and I'm like, yeah, no.
DJ, whenever we watch a two-parter like this, it always feels kind of funky because this does not feel like the first of a two-parter. This feels like a really silly one-off premise.
I guess that's kind of a big deal because the Centurion's freaking out. If it leaves on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, well, and it will, but it could be one of those two-parters where they feel like they're totally unrelated except there's a cliffhanger. Remember, we've had a lot of those. And also, if you think about the title of this, you'd think that they would have gotten Shrunk by now.
Okay, see,
It's a two-parter where they're supposed to shrink and they've not shrunk yet. That'll be the cliffhanger, I guess.
It's slightly different in that struggle scene.
Why did it not have super speed like they do in the movie? What happened to that?
Steven, I hope there's bloopers for him freaking out like this. Trying to act this without much context looks about as stupid even with context. That's great. Come on, you stupid monkeys. Do you not have, I don't know, powers for this situation, Justin?
He's referring to them as guys, but like, would you refer to two chimps as guys if you were trying to get them to stop a car?
I mean,
I
it's
don't know
Power
what I would
Rangers
refer
dialogue,
to
buddy. Let's make a two-parter about it.
A little late for the warning, bud.
DJ, I think it's kind of pathetic when a superhero with superpowers, with vague superpowers that
Why
can
does
be whatever you want them to be, just gets on top of a car and tries to stop the car being on top of a car. I just feel like he's got to have something in his arsenal.
Why does he sound like a fly, but he looks like a praying mantis, but he has a beekeeper's mask on his head?
Well, that's the trifecta of mixed monster metaphor,
Well, why
DJ.
does
We've
this-
seen this a lot.
Why does he have pastries attached to his stomach?
Why don't you?
Oh, those aren't pastries, they're faces.
Why don't you have pastries?
What are they?
Well,
They're
faces are
little
creepier.
creatures.
Well, I know. I mean, I need...
You really
oh,
need
he's
pastries.
Ant-Man.
He's
Yeah.
shrunk.
Okay, so why are you surprised by that when the name of the show is Honey, I Shrunk the Rangers?
I forgot the
Oh.
name of the...
I just
Oh, I'm
mentioned
just
it.
excited that they shrunk because
3 minutes
it's been so long.
Well, I
We're
wasn't
so far into the...
it wasn't so much surprised that he shrunk as so much as he looked like Ant-Man to me for a second.
Why are you running on the bike?
Why are you wearing a helmet? Because I just feel like a helmet that's too small for you is worse than not wearing a helmet. Maybe not.
So did he just get his shrinking powers? How hasn't he been doing this the whole time?
Well, that's a really good question. Yeah, why did he just break this out? Oh, yeah!
Booga booga.
Lame.
It's getting
So-
real ugly.
Oh, look, it's the Frangies lightning whips.
For whose benefit did Tommy just say that that's Elgar? Like, what? Oh, it's Elgar and his goons. Thanks, Tommy. Thanks for telling us about that.
We all know.
Oh boy.
Now, the question is, can they still call the Megazord?
What a crazy
Microzord.
line. It's time for a really big shoe. Didn't even try to make a joke.
Not even trying. It's gonna be a really big shoe. I mean, it's a really outdated joke. If that's the joke, I'm not sure.
Are they?
So DJ, if they stayed morphed, right? Like, you'd think that they wouldn't even be able to still have their powers, because there's a lot of things like this where we're not even able to still stay morphed after it happens, right?
Like going into water.
I was gonna say turning back time and being kids, but yes. So you shrink down into tiny Power Rangers, right? And you still have your powers. So can you call your Zord? And if you can call your Zord, it's now going to be still the normal size, and so can you operate it? But what I would do is I would bring it there, hope that the monster shrinks it down for me, then use the Megazord to fight the normal-sized Elgar. That's what I would be doing. And now he's got a birthday present. Stussy, crazy how far all this feels from the Mighty Morphin years. Yeah, but also weird how similar it is to a lot of first season episodes. And DJ and I have had this with the sillier stuff.
Did you see that?
How horrifying
They
her
have
face
wings.
is?
No, they have wings.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. They turn them into bugs. They're not just small. They turn them into bugs.
That's much more scary.
That is worse than anything else, though. Her face that big. Stop it. That is messed up.
Someone should cosplay as that.
They got wings now.
That's awesome!
They got wings now. Are they gonna fly?
I think they are. I think they are going to fly. Okay, let's see what crazy stuff.
Brandon's gonna go off the entire
Centurion
next
does.
episode about how they couldn't fly because they have actual skeletons instead of paper-thin bodies with actual
Oh, do we have to listen to that
skeletons.
rant? I mean, we got time.
You won't hear from me, probably.
That was really funny.
Oh man.
Those were the best bloopers we've had in a while, actually. That was really funny.
He looked genuinely annoyed that he couldn't act to the bug. He's like, I don't know where the bug is, man.
Yeah, and then they cut it where it looked like he'd stomped on Blue Centurion. It's really funny. It's pretty good. They do not care this season, man. They don't care. All right, we're going to go ahead and watch the second part right this very moment. So make sure that you're looking at episode 17 now of Power Rangers Turbo. It's Honey, I Shrunk the Rangers Part 2. Get it to timestamp 0 and get ready to press play when I say now. Hopefully everybody is ready, rigged up, and raring to go. Here we go. Ready? Please press play right now. Bum, 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 bum. I called it! Yes!
Oh, even a broken clock's right twice a day.
What? That's the first time I've tried that one.
Oh,
But I figured we'd be back in this scene, and I was right.
I got
That's
you.
I don't
cool.
get
They
it.
actually cut out
I'm sorry. what?
turbo headlights.
Turbo headlights.
Oh, so they just have those lights from the 95 movie then. But they all have them.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
they're
you
on
mean
top
Slovakia?
instead of the visor thing. Oh, wait, no. There was there were the lights that were on the sides of one of them. Or did they all have them? No, they all had them. That's right. I remember now. You probably also do too, genius.
How are we growing wings from our costumes?
Good question.
So, anybody else wish that this was how we wrote these Rangers out of the show?
This leads credence to what I wish it was. I don't like that the Power Rangers can ever take their helmets off, because I don't like the idea that they're costumes. I like the idea that they're actually morphing.
Yeah, they metamorphized. Yeah,
that's their body now. Yes, it looks like a costume, but I don't like it in universe. I don't think it should be a costume.
I don't think it should either. Yeah.
If you suddenly found out you had wings, what's the first thing you would do?
I don't know.
Try to fly, maybe?
Not when I'm in a box. This looks really good.
Yeah, that's a big box that they actually built, or at least a wall for them to climb through.
So DJ, but like I was saying, yeah, I just think it's really funny that it's the 4 we're gonna lose the very next episode. This could have been how they wrote them out. That would have been great. Like there's bugs forever now.
Shrunk. No, this is good.
Why does this look so good?
We've never done this in Power Rangers. This is new stuff.
You guys, for Power Rangers, the effects right here are spectacular. This looks as good as Honey, I Shrunk the Kid. The kids, right?
This much trouble.
Okay, that doesn't look as good. But some of it looks really good. This is great.
That was a long intro, I feel like.
Tom says they fly now. They fly now. Danny Davis just got here. Had no idea you were doing Power Rangers twice a week. Yeah, well, on the Morphin Mania channel, we're posting an episode or two a week right now. And this week, we're just binging some because we need to get ahead. We haven't been able to shoot much lately. And so we took off from regular live shows this week so that we can knock some of this out. And because we're posting Ultimate Spider-Man on the main channel.
Yeah, this seems like a higher budget episode. I can't believe they went through this much trouble for this.
Yeah.
Will it be worth it? Will it ultimately be worth it? Did we have to shrink them?
He's wrong.
I mean, now I understand why we only did this for one episode, even though that's a two-parter. But, DJ, I think this should have been one of those situations where it's technically a two-parter in that one has a cliffhanger that leads right into the other, but they should have had two different episode titles so that you couldn't call it, right? Like it would have been nice if that first episode wasn't called that, so that this could be a surprise to anybody, because it would be a really cool surprise given how good it looks. Daniel Davis says it doesn't look as good as Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but impressive by TV standards. I think there are shots that do, though.
I would agree with that, for sure.
Now, we're also talking about a show made 10 years after that. But we're talking about a TV budget in 98 versus a movie budget in 89. Like,
and that movie was from 89? Wow.
Oh, she's doing that. She's doing that crazy tongue thing again.
Oh, I like we brought that back from the movie. That's cool.
We got weirdly creative with this episode, DJ.
Mighty Morsel Power Rangers is good too.
Oh man!
Wow. She is almost fourth wall breaky sometimes.
Oh my god! Did you see that?
This is horrifying. Oh my god! This is the scariest. Sorry, Zed. She's the most terrifying villain ever.
You guys, this is spectacular.
Why would you stick your tongue in an access vent for a computer?
I'm having such whiplash watching the season, because some episodes I'm like, well, this is why I hate the show, and then other episodes like this, I'm like, this is the best Power Rangers show. I mean, it's not, but
gross.
It's for power, like it's what you want from Power Rangers.
It is. Absolutely it is.
We need to be the evangelists for this season, man. There's some good stuff in here.
My tongue didn't work. Ah!
I got shot with a laser.
Stussy, this was also around the time that one of the trashy movie studios was trying to get an Ant-Man movie made. That's right. Stan Lee was trying to get an Ant-Man movie made forever.
Because that's what you start the Marvel Universe with.
Daniel, every long-term series of Power Rangers worth has got to have a shrinking episode eventually. Is that true? Are there a bunch more of these?
I don't know. Not up to this point. We haven't had any.
I don't remember Dino Thunder doing one.
Look how epic this is.
Yeah, and that music was amazing.
Yeah, what was that? They would never hear that again.
What are we doing? I'm gonna say people should before they watch Ant-Man do like a screening and make this like the cartoon before the movie. You know?
Yes.
Brandon, I'm glad you're here for this, man.
This is very
special.
interesting.
And you can take that the meaning of that word any way you want to. It is special.
Special K. They didn't know where that led, did they?
No, but they were kind of desperate to get out of there.
Just jump into
Sure.
it, man. You got no choice.
5590 ERS, there was a Power Rangers Turbo Beetleborgs Metallics crossover comics. Did you know that?
No?
I didn't know that. I gotta find that.
Insane.
Because I collect Power Rangers comics. I gotta go find that. Oh, that's interesting. We couldn't get them when we were big, so let's go down to their level.
Man, Ant-Man just copied everything from this.
Yeah, and you know what else, Brandon?
They didn't get wings,
There's
though.
a DS9 episode that does this,
Really?
and it doesn't look too much better than this. I mean, some of this looks really good. Now
think they just
DS9
went to
built
a
an
slip and slide.
amazing set where they go into a computer and they have to, like, interact with circuitry and stuff,
Oh,
right?
wow.
And that's pretty cool.
Wow.
It's a DS9
I love-
episode called One Little Ship. You ever seen One Little Ship? Oh, you gotta watch that. It's great.
I love that little water park slide that they were going down. Speaking of water parks, Cap, you should watch Class Action Park. Have you seen any commercials for that?
No. what is
yes,
that?
I have.
It's the story of like this insane water park from the 80s that was like insane. People got so injured, people died there. Like they just
I'm
made up their
sorry.
own
I don't want
insurance
to interrupt
company.
you, but can we listen to the song for a minute? Because it's crazy. They got a Piranhatron song!
It's also Ron Wasserman.
It is Wasserman!
Okay, why is this
That's-
not on the album?
No bad.
This is awesome! It's not his best work, but it's amazing.
They're crazy. They're wacky.
They smell bad. Is this better or worse than Watch the Tango? I think it's less irritating than Watch the Tango.
Well, it's the first time we've heard it. We've heard Tango a million times.
Well, that's true. How did we get 17 episodes into this before we did that?
That's crazy.
Piranhatron!
He can make anything sound cool.
I love you, Ron Wasserman. I need to reach out and see if I can get Wasserman to come on the show. I really should see if I can get in touch with him.
You'd have to do it quick because he's not going to be in it much more.
Well, I guess when I say the show, I mean like it'd be cool to do like a podcast interview with him or something. I don't know if I would try to get him to watch the show with us, although that would be really cool.
Yeah, I don't know if he would do that, but he'd do an interview probably, maybe.
He might. I mean, he was really
excited.
really cool when I talked to him.
Yeah, I was going to say, he
Morphicon.
was super excited about Jason liking his music.
Yeah, I don't know if you'd remember us, but he was just cool. I bet he'd do an interview.
Yeah. But anyway, watch Class Action
Yeah.
Park on... It's a HBO Max exclusive. It's a little short movie documentary about this crazy, insane park.
I'll have to look
Action
at that.
Park.
Well, you don't lecture monkeys because they can't understand you. I mean, I realize these ones can, but you don't know that. Oh, he's just made my point for me. This is our chance to go to the youth center.
Grab some trash and head to the youth center.
Reminds me of like a Jim Carrey face.
I know that doesn't bother you, DJ. I still hate it. It drives me crazy. Just stop it. They're not actually talking.
Oh no!
Oh, they're becoming more bug-like all the time. Thanks, Tanya. Thank you.
Someone needs to cosplay as the Bug Rangers.
So they're in a bona fide.
I want to say
tunnel
challenge
now.
accepted. I really want to say challenge accepted.
Like they no longer screen miniatures at this point.
I also love that this is going to be the second to last thing that Jason David Frank does as a regular actor on Power Rangers until we get to Dino Thunder.
What is
Wow.
that?
Oh wow, it's a Falcor.
It's a sewer Falcor! Atreyu! Falcor!
Oh my.
It's a Falcor. That might be
Oh,
the funniest
no.
thing Brandon
This
does.
is easily the most fun I've had in like 40 episodes, DJ.
Oh.
Like, this is freaking great.
There's two of them.
A sewer dragon.
So Divatox has like little alien creatures that are just in the plumbing, or no, they're not even still in the
They're just
submarine.
regular eels. They're just supposed to be regular eels.
Oh, they look like Power Ranger monsters, though. Is the thing? It's like, what are they? Like,
Also, eels can't leave water.
so yeah, DJ. Back to the point you made earlier. I just want to reiterate this because you're absolutely right. This is silly, but shouldn't be. The fact that their actual costumes are part of the transformation, like, that shouldn't be silly.
I like this better.
But it is because they are costumes and they could just take them off. So why are the costumes sprouting wings? But I wish it made sense because it's better.
Yeah, I wish we never took the helmets off and do the thing because I know we got to give the actors face time. So, oh, it's Doctor Strange's cape.
Well, stay away from that. Or she's going to start smacking you around.
Wait, we got back into her. Wait, so she has a sewer system in her.
So I'm right, and it was plumbing in her submarine.
Well, you would have plumbing in the submarine. You got to go to the bathroom somewhere. You got to distribute the water for the kitchen.
No, she had eels in the movie in like a jar. Do you remember that?
Yes. Now that you say that, so that's what that. Well, that's some nice bit of continuity there. And in the same episode that gave her the tongue back again, so like they're remembering stuff, and that's cool.
This is insane.
Their Pepperidge Farm.
Lewis, I wonder how Cap will like Lost Galaxy. It's one of my favorite seasons. What I've seen of it, I really like, and I have seen Countdown to Destruction, and I like it quite a bit. So I'm excited to go back and actually spend some time with those characters because I don't know them. That is Countdown to Destruction, right? Lost Galaxy.
No, that's in space.
Is that space? They do that before they
Lost
go to Lost Galaxy?
Is like completely separate except for Bulk.
So is it?
But isn't Lost Galaxy where they bring back Corone for the last 10 episodes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's not completely separate then.
Yeah. They bring back her from and like at the very end.
Okay. I thought they.
Because she's the villain in all of space.
Yeah, no, I know that. So they do the Zordon. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because the. Okay. Oh, and Alpha 6 is in it, says Daniel Davis.
Oh, lovely. That's right. He's in the museum. He's in the ship. They bring the ship back from space. There's little things, but it's all new characters. It starts from scratch. Yeah, that's a good way of saying it, Stussy. It is an epilogue to the Zordon era. This music is so good. Why do we never use this music again?
It's been like this the whole time. It's been so epic.
It's like a score. It's not even the like. I obviously I like the rock music from Power Rangers, but it's like orchestral.
And I don't want to go too far with how much I'm digging this, so I'm not gonna say that it's actually big screen worthy, but it's the closest to that we've had, and with our footage, this is all our stuff. Like, how is this good? None of this is Sentai. We did all this.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of Sentai probably in the first episode with the bug monster, but yeah, this is
I'm talking about with all the small stuff. Like, we did all of this clearly. And that means that there's no excuse when we're not being creative, DJ.
Unless for some reason they got a bigger budget for this episode. I don't know.
I don't know why. Footage.
Yeah, and maybe they did, but it feels like sometimes we're just not even trying to, like, you know, have any ambition. And I don't know how much of that always has to do with money.
It's like Doctor Strangelove.
So this whole episode, this two-parter, has been chock full of like television and film references. Like even she said, "One of these days, bang, zoom right to the moon."
Yeah.
And there were other ones that I caught you. And so he did that on the rocket, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's a classic shot."
Austin just popped in and said, "You guys are still going strong, eh?"
They were on our last episode. We're almost done.
Hey.
I'll see you in a little bit. Play some Avengers.
Oh, somebody really needs to fix Tiny Blue Centurion.
Did you hear his bad rhymes?
Yeah, I did.
Why does it make him rhyme?
Well, that's a great question. Well, he was already doing that before he got shrunk. Like, I think he's still having the same mechanical error that he did before he shrunk down from last episode.
Oh, it's a bomb. It's a detonator.
Because that's what she does. I still don't really understand why.
I love
Come on,
that her hair is
porthole!
still
Tell me why this
soft
button's
and-
flashing.
Man, she looks actually intimidating with her
She does.
hair like this.
A woman with nothing left to lose.
Oh, now we got this monster again. So ironically, our little kid ranger is the only one that didn't get shrunk down to tiny size.
Yeah.
And
also,
that's interesting.
Did you notice how he just flew more into the airlock to get out of the submarine? Like he didn't get out of that.
Oh, here they come.
Oh man,
That also all looks like it's from Ant-Man. From the flashback when he and his wife are on the torpedo trying to...
there are 2 missiles, Superman. You'll never be fast enough to.
I keep flashing to Dreadnought. That Voyager episode.
That Voyager episode, yeah. You diseased maniac!
Really glad you knew what I was talking about because I've never seen that movie, so I was just like.
Oh, you still got it, buddy. Oh, you diseased maniac!
Butterflies.
Oh, he's like someone who captures bugs. He had like a butterfly terrarium thing on his chest, but he's also a bug.
So that would be like an entomologist.
Yeah, what a weird monster.
So we would have had to shoot Megazord footage to do what I wish they would do here, and we hardly ever do that. So I get why it didn't happen, but I still wish we'd shrunk down the Megazord and done an epic Megazord fight small, and that would be so cool.
Well, that would have been so easy because you don't have to actually shrink it. It's just that's the size it actually is.
I know, and it would have been great, but we still would have had to have shot the footage, and I don't know if we have the Megazord to shoot is the thing.
Yeah. Well, we made the movie.
That's true.
We have a Megazord.
So we had it for that. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh man, I wish they'd done that.
The
and then you
Megazord's just like walking down the street, normal sized.
Yeah, and you could have had the Megazord fight with a grown Blue Centurion, so he doesn't call his, he just fights like alongside the Megazord. It'd be great. Or you could have had like the Megazord and Justin in normal size, like fighting next to each other. It'd been great.
Yeah.
I wish they'd done that.
That was a good line.
Yeah, well, that was a good one.
I'm gonna say that. Dude, that's a great thing to say when someone says something obvious, like Brandon did earlier.
Yeah, okay.
Well, it would certainly seem that way to a casual observer.
And you gotta give a positive to a casual observer. Daniel Davis says it's still a fun fight. Yeah, it was, and I'm glad that in an episode where we went tiny, we did get a Megazord fight at the end. It'd be kind of lame if we didn't do that. We can't say died in a kid's show. They're not gonna be monkeys anymore, right? This is gonna be where they're not monkeys anymore.
I wonder if that was a movie quote too. That sounded like something.
Wait a minute.
Are they gonna be giant monkeys?
You guys, that was freaking ridiculous. He goes, they look like they might have exploded, and he goes, I guess they went home.
Oh, it turned them back somehow.
They go invisible, right? Yes.
Of course.
So they do the thing that happens to Tommy and Dino Thunder. So now they're invisible. And they'll be invisible for a while now.
How do they know they're not chimps then? I guess they can see their own footprints?
Well, you could feel if you had hands versus normal person hands,
he said
right?
That they could feel certain aspects, so they knew they were human.
Yeah, they probably just did this and could tell they were human again, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Especially if you were naked, you'd really be able to tell. You know what I mean? Like, I feel different than I did before.
Things are flopping around then.
Right, exactly.
On the next edition of Power Rangers After Dark.
After Dark. This was really fun, you guys.
Oh, I'm glad we did it this time. What the heck? Was those Divatox's legs?
We see a lot of Divatox's legs. Anyway.
They were like above her head. It was weird.
Well, you guys, that was great. I really enjoyed that. That's my favorite episode so far. That and, I don't know, that and the Blue Centurion episode both are pretty good.
You've said that twice. That's crazy. You said
I know.
good block.
I think
It really is just that dip, man. It's like that 5-episode dip.
yeah. No, it's not as bad, and we'll see what that second half with the changeovers like.
But nobody complains about that. They complain about the first half.
I know, but we'll see if it's as much better as I remember it, because everything's been so topsy turvy. I'm never right about this stuff.
All right, next time, guys, passing the torch.
Yep.
Here it goes.
There we
and
go.
then Stitch Witchery, which I like as a title.
That is a good title. That's fun. Well, everybody, thanks a lot for watching. Sure appreciate it. If you're watching us live, you guys are great for hanging out with us tonight while we were bat shooting. This is going to be the end of our bat shooting broadcast. But DJ and I will be back doing this again as soon as humanly possible. The channel will be back to normal programming next week, but we'll try to get back to some Morphin Mania soon. And Brandon, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I hope you'll do it again, man.
I'm sure it will happen in the future.
Is your brain okay?
My brain has, well, melting still has no sound. But it is melted. I felt it congeal. My brain is congealed inside my headphones here through my ears.
Oh, that's important. But do come back, though, and do it again with it.
yeah. Let's
I will melt my brain again at some point.
All right, well, thanks a lot for watching, folks. Watching on the Morphin Mania channel. I am Captain Logan. That's Brandon Grimm.
I was and am and will be.
And DJ Mariaz. Later, everybody.
Adios.